Right.
There we go.
Back at it.
Again, sorry about that, fellas. How you doing?
All good. It's all good.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got to none other than J Money Hackett.
Okay. Of course, by the way, we are the Radio Twins, and
Of course,
this is an interview we're conducting.
I'm JJ,
I'm CJ.
and we already said we were the Radio Twins. But first question: how did you come up with the name?
J Money. I like that question because I came up with the name with well, I didn't come up with it with my cousin. He used to go by D Money, and he showed me the ropes and everything to get in like the game. Like he taught me how to really put my songs together and really learn how to rhyme and actually make music. Like we were in the basement when I was in, I don't know, we were probably like in third, fourth grade, and we were recording music on a little broken tape recorder. And it was like a little piece of junk. But like I said, he used to go by D Money. I mean, and I wanted to be just like him, so I went by J Money.
Okay.
And yeah, it sounds like a very average name, but I added on the Hackett on the end of it just to make it look like a little bit more original. And I kind of it takes me back to my roots, so I never changed it up. So then Hackett is my last name, so I just added that on to keep it like more original. And ever since then, we just been running with it.
That's cool because when you say the name J Money Hackett, it puts you in the mind of a movie.
It does have a ring.
Yes.
And we're talking about name.
Yeah.
Project.
Legacy.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Legacy. The project Legacy is just it's just something that just keeps on like running in my head. Like I run a lot with the lion, and the lion is just like very powerful to me. It's like one of the animals in the jungle that has to fight to survive. Like they're the survival of the fittest. They're like the kings. They're like the number one in the jungle. Like they really have like a whole team behind. They have a whole team behind them that they fight to make sure they stay alive and eat. So that's pretty much how I carry my life. Like I'm out here in these like streets and the county or whatever. I'm just out here just trying to be me and be number one and try to be on top. And that just involves of not just leaving my legacy, but building it at the same time. So the project has a lot to deal with me just also reminding people of the things that I'm trying to accomplish and the good things that I can do. But also just I want people to like remember it. If like, not saying if anything were to happen, but like also to remember like this is why I'm doing it. I'm not just doing it for attention or this, that, and the third, but this is why I'm out here and this is my legacy.
Well, who produced that track?
The beat maker, I forget his name to be completely honest, but I leased the beat from him off of BeatStars. Very talented guy. He had a couple of joints I was actually looking at. I'm sorry, I can't remember his name right now, but once I heard that beat, I was just like, wow, like this is very powerful. And instantly all the lyrics just poured out of me onto the paper.
Because he did a nice sample. That's
yeah, the sample that he chose is beautiful.
Right, and I say if people want to know, you get a track and you want to know the name, go copy or I don't know these now, but go buy it, purchase it, and then you'll find out the name of the producer.
Yeah, and I got a couple other questions. Like your track called "In the House." For those who may not know where you know legacy, all platforms, correct? I know I was.
Yeah, so yeah.
But my question is, you say a line called "Hoko in the House." Elaborate on that.
It's because we are like we're like
What's
this is what it is. I like that question. Basically, as you guys may know, I'm from Howard County, Maryland. And I rep that to like the cold heart. It's not something that I just think is like a fad or just to be cool. It's just like my area. That's where I was born and raised. So me coming from, and I kind of like learned this in the steps with Billy Live. Like you have to represent your area correctly if you want people to have your back. And that's where I'm coming through like straight up on that song where it's just like Hoko's in the house without a doubt, this means like I'm like we're here and we're not going anywhere. Like it's like a punch to the face, like anthem almost to the county. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Now, you grew up in Howard County.
Yes.
Now, the reason why I say that or ask is because, and I think maybe these two of the tracks, you remind us that you're Howard County, but it also you pretty much because a lot of people who listen to music also come from the city.
Yeah.
But I think one of the lines that you said, you gave a shout out to a couple of other rappers in the city. I think it's good because even though you're in Howard County, you still represent Baltimore and Baltimore Howard because we all live in Maryland. Which I think is kind of cool. But pressure. How did you talk
Pressure.
to Holiday to get onto that one?
Well, Trey Holiday, you know, he's a Wisdom Core member. Like, shout out to him. He like once I heard the beat, I immediately hit him, and I didn't even have like a correct idea on how I was going to do the song. I just heard the beat, and I hit up Trey Holiday, and I was just like, "Yo, I got a joint for you." He's like, "All right, send it." I was just like, "Not having written anything for it, but I have a joint for you. Like, I have a song for you." So, I went down to Moya, North Carolina, and just wrote the whole album. And once I wrote the song, I just hit him back. And I was like, "Yo, song's finished. I'm about to send it your way." Went to Rue Bryce's, laid it down, just sent it his way. He came through and just murdered it. And we had two different styles, but to clash them together is just a phenomenal track.
Do you find it hard or just, just as easy as you hearing that track? That's do you find it difficult, like write something, or does it like a beat have to kick in and you're like, oh, okay, I can feel that, or can you
Um,
feel it?
not not as hard. It used to be that way for a little bit. Like for a while, I would hear beats that I would like to write to, like and honestly that would be one of those beats for Real Pressure. Used to be one of those beats for me. And there's actually a couple other songs on the album, like I'm With It featuring Donnie Breeze, and a couple other joints on there that you are actually usually out of my lane, but I was like, no, I know I can hit songs like that. So I just wanted to level up and step into that lane a little bit more, and to like try to reach into that fan base a little bit more. So it used to be hard like that, but nah, not anymore. It just happens. Just because I feel like I also figured out and conquered my sound now, and that's really important.
And I think another cut that's out. I need to play this Lord.
Lord knows. That's featuring my man's Young Dubs. And like I mentioned earlier, I went down to North Carolina and I wrote the album in a couple of weeks. And that's where I went and stayed at my boy Dubs, who's featured on that song, Lord Knows. I found the beat, I showed it to him, and I was actually writing to it in his crib. He was just like, "Yo, that's really hard. Let me hop on it." And that's been my brother since like 2011. We've done plenty of work together, and as soon as he said he wanted it on, I was like, "All right, no doubt." And he just came through and murdered the verse. We've always had a chemistry. We haven't written a song together in almost 10 years, mind you, but our chemistry is still there to where we just came through and just vamp that together. But where it comes through is where it's just like I'm trying to take this thing over. The county is cool, but I'm trying to go global, because it's just like, yeah, like the county, yeah, it's like we've conquered this. Like we've conquered like the local scene. We've conquered everything like around us. So like let's take this to a bigger level. Let's go over here just to bring it back home. You know what I'm saying?
So basically, it was pretty much, even though it was a time gap, like, okay, got back together, okay, I can write it.
It was like that.
Exactly.
Y'all just continue.
Yeah, absolutely. It was just like yo, let's get back together. It's like let's act like we never left a step. It's not even acting like that we lost a step. We haven't, and we're just like picking things back up to where it was, and we're just gonna keep things moving.
So when you were putting together this CD or this group of work, um, was it where you were doing each song individually, or you literally had a mastermind of what this particular project was going to sound like track by track?
It was definitely a mastermind plan. When I went down to, like I said, when I went down to Moya, North Carolina, I had the plan in line. I already knew exactly which beats I was writing to. I knew exactly, honestly, pretty much what order the beats and the way the lineup was going to be. And I almost wrote in order of the track listing. Um, Honestly, the first song that I wrote on the album was Just Getting Started remix. And actually, I remember that conversation I had with Billy Live. I was like, this is going to be the last song of the album. And Live me said, how are you going to write the first song, the last song of the album? I just know this is going to end the album right here. And after that, we just started from track 1 all the way up.
Where to Scar?
Scar, that's track 5, I believe. Yeah, track 5. Scar, I actually probably wrote that that's probably one of the second, third songs that I actually wrote on the project. But it was like that one, it kind of just like, obviously scarred the Lion King. I got real deep with it. There was a point in time I was literally like looking at life like it wasn't fair, but like at the same time, you can't just be like beating up yourself over things that you can't fix. So it's time to get your mind right, get in the bag, and keep things moving.
Was it easy to write that, or was it difficult? Because
actually, it's in the middle, because like to write music like that, you have to like set yourself in a mindset, like a sick mindset, to like get those out on paper and record it or whatever. But at the same time, it was just so easy because that's how I was feeling at the point. So it was just like just flowing out the pen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now you record for what or who? What company?
Wisdom Court Entertainment.
Say it one more time.
Wisdom Court Entertainment.
Just in case people didn't, catch it.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, Wisdom Court is, the company, who I run with, who I record with, and all. And I recorded this project with Rue Bryce of Two Nice Entertainment.
Oh, okay. Major shout out.
Much respect.
Up, Rue? What's up, Big Rue?
Yeah.
Was it easy when you did this whole project? Did you find yourself consulting Billy Live more, or did you just say he allowed you to say, you know what, let me work on my stuff and then come back with the finished product?
Yeah, that's probably the way that I did it more. I definitely told him, I was like, yo, top secret on this one. Like, you know what I mean? Usually I send him like as I go on, like here's the track here. But I kept this one real in the vault, and I did that with a lot of people. Rube was the only person that heard the tracks for like a long time, like a long time. Like it came down to a point, like I was editing a few joints, and Live was there, and I would just go there. I went to go edit one part, and Rube, we went to go do 2 songs. We went and hopped in one song. I was like, all right, that's good. Rube didn't even turn it in and let me hear it. He's like, all right, let's just go to the next joint. While Billy Live's right there, because that's how top secret it was. But nah, like I just pretty much just worked, just stayed focused, because I knew the goal. I knew how it was gonna sound. And yeah, I'm always down for critical, like, opinions, and like, to go back and critique the work. But like this one, I knew how perfect, or not how perfect, but like how good it was really gonna be. And I knew the style was gonna hit, and I knew Billy was really gonna, what he was gonna like and maybe he wasn't gonna like. So once I sent it to him, he gave me the response that, not that I was hoping, but I kind of knew what he was going to say. So it worked out.
Now, with this whole project, where do you see it going? How much of an impact do you think it will have on people?
The goal, well, anytime I drop any project, the goal is just for my neighborhood and my county and the area, the city of Baltimore or whatever, to like my music and like who I am, and just know that I'm putting on a representation for our area. That's always, and I just wanted to always make a strong impact in my community. With this actual legacy album, I want to do the same thing, but at another level. Like, I just don't want to impact Howard County. I just don't want to impact Baltimore. Like, I really wanted to travel as far as it can possibly can. I'm doing different promotional techniques and doing a lot more investments in this project, on hopping on getting it onto different playlists and different airways throughout the country, and just pushing on the great songs that I know that will really do well. Not the entire album, but also, promoting the name or whatever, but just doing things that way. So everything that I'm doing here, I hope like it can travel on to another state or a city or country or whatever. So that's just basically what we're trying to do, is just show a strong representation and just get known for it.
Did the pandemic have a lot to do with the creation of this CD?
Oh yeah. One thing me and Live said, if you are an artist or an entrepreneur or anything, radio personnel, or just if you do anything in the scene that we are all in or a part of, and you come out of this pandemic with absolutely nothing, like it could be one single, like, or just one song or a music video or anything. If you come out with nothing, you wasted your time. Like, it could be the littlest thing, but you have to have something. So of course, I work with the Howard County Public School System. I've been spending a lot of time at home doing virtual learning.
Oh, wow. So you're a teacher?
Yeah. I work with I'm in the special ed department in the elementary school age kids. But I've been spending a lot of time at home or doing what shows we can with the company. So spending a lot of time at home when the pandemic first started, I just went ahead and packed up like my things for a couple of weeks and boom, went to North Carolina, wrote an album, and came back. So of course, yeah, I had the time to do it to where I could wake up and be an artist. Like, this is the life that, like, you know, I wanted to live, but also, like, you know, still being full-time employed. I just took advantage of my time.
Well, cool. First, I want to at least give you my hats off to you and all teachers, because this whole pandemic.
And since we're getting a resurgence now, everything is almost like starting all over again, and we got to run through this until we get rid of this coronavirus. So yeah, hats off to you.
Now, how have you been handling this whole pandemic?
Are you still writing more stuff? Do you feel like, okay, it's kind of hesitated because now you have Legacy out, but so what's the secret?
No, it's actually I woke up ever since I released the album on Friday, right? I woke up yesterday and this morning hungry for more. Like, I'm ready to drop something else, but I'm using that hunger to go ahead and go on the media run and make sure we get a correct push, and just making sure like the album just gets the correct promotion that it needs. And just so everything that I'm really hungry to do to drop another album, release, whatever, I'm ready to write more. I'm just putting all that energy behind getting this album out there.
What would you say is the best experience throughout your whole career so far up until this point?
The best experience. It's really hard to pinpoint one, because when you keep trying to win and a lot of great things happen, it's just like I honestly, I can name one of my favorite things.
Okay.
Honestly, one of my favorite things is dropping this project, because it's probably one of my most favorite pieces of work. Just like music release wise, show wise, anything that like it can come from, like, you know, we've opened for Machine Gun Kelly. Actually, that was probably my most favorite show of all time that we've done. And it was just sold out crowd, and it was so prime. That's when like Billy and Wisdom Court was really starting to set their pedestal and set their mark in the city, and it was just a prime time, and it was just really crazy. The crowd was sold out. They were loving us. It was just phenomenal.
What's the worst part? And you don't have to mention any names, just experience.
The worst part, I can't really like pinpoint one part. It's probably just honestly when things just typical stuff, when things just don't go your way, like when you have deadlines you want to hit and the deadline doesn't hit. And honestly, probably the worst part was the pandemic, because the shows have slowed down. Usually we're doing, you know, 3 or 4 shows a month. The first time we had my last show of 2020 when the pandemic started was in February. I did my first show.
That was right before the pandemic.
Yeah, right. That was my last show. And I had no idea that was going to be my last show. It was like the end of February, beginning of March, one of those days. One of those months. But I had no idea, you know, that's going to be my last show until October, when things started, you know, getting cooling off. We did soundstage. We got a day of soundstage, and then I was back there again the other night for the Legacy release. And it was great. It was great. But honestly, who knows? That could be it until you never know. So the pandemic has definitely been a very tough hit for the performing wise, because that's like almost the bread and butter. That's how I really take advantage of getting my face and music out to people because of all the shows that we do. But it also helped out because it made us learn like how to really contribute the online presence and make that stronger as well.
And you know, I can't let this go by without asking, what was the best piece of advice you've given or that you received?
The best piece of advice that I would have to say that I received is do not have any like emotions behind this game. I feel like I said this to you guys before. Just do not have any emotions, or try your best not to have any emotions in this industry, because like a lot of it is business. So when you bring your ideas to the table or present it to somebody and they say no, don't beat yourself up, because that's just one person in this industry. Present it to somebody else, or go back to the drawing board um and just present it again. Like, just because one person said no doesn't mean your idea was terrible. It just wasn't fit for that business idea. One thing that I can say that I can give, one of the best pieces that I can give is, I've always told everyone that I know to go hard. And I have a song called Go Hard, but and Go Hard just seems like a very typical, like, all right, well, you have to go hard, you gotta stay strong. But like, nah, you really, when things get hard, you have to go hard. When things get tough, you have to go hard. When things get better, you have to go harder. So
Right.
always just go hard.
Well, so in other words, stay on the move. Always stay one step ahead or 10 steps ahead.
Of course. Go hard, yes. Stay ahead of the game. Don't slow up. Don't like try your best. Never try to get yourself caught slipping, and just go hard.
Well, I got some I'm gonna make some statements, and I need you to fill in the blank. All right?
Absolutely.
Ready?
Go.
So I could predicted.
Say it one more time. I'm sorry.
I could have never predicted.
I would be working with kids.
Why so? Elaborate.
Honestly, because the kids that I work with, not in the special needs tents or whatever, but like a lot of the kids that I work with, that I are the type of kids that my favorite type of kids to work with are the ones like the broken homes, and the ones that come to school like really like with an attitude and talk back. And so and honestly, I would probably say I was one of those kids. So me being at that age in like middle school and high school, like, always getting kicked out, suspended, and like being disrespectful to my teachers for no absolute reason, I would never see myself in the same position, but being on the teacher aspect and dealing with those type of kids. I'm just like, bro, you just need a hug. Like, so yeah.
So basically, it taught you some things like you didn't
Oh
think
yeah, absolutely, 100%.
of the
Right.
spectrum.
Like, I see people, real quick, I see people say all the time, like on Facebook, like, post what teacher that has you messed up, and I'm just like, nah, it's not even the case. I had the teachers messed up.
Right.
The next one. Never be impressed.
Never be impressed by.
Yeah.
Never be impressed by another man or another person that has things that you don't.
Good point. Good point. I hope people will remember me most for
My love for my community and everything I try to do for it.
wow. Okay. The key to happiness is
Remembering who you are, and if you forgot, find it.
wow.
I like that one. And if you forgot, find it.
If individuals wanted to locate or purchase
Purchase
your new CD,
Legacy.
how could they find it, and how could they find you and contact you?
Legacy is everywhere: iTunes, Amazon, Prime, Apple Music, Spotify, you name it. If you have a cellular device, a smartphone, just Google J Money Hackett, JayMoneyHackett, and the word Legacy, Leg. I'm sorry, Legacye. Hope I spelled that correctly. Real quick, I'm sorry. Had a brain fart.
Got it.
No,
You can Google J Money Hackett and Legacy on Google, and you will find everything. All you got to Google is J Money Hackett, and you will find Legacy.
Well, me personally, all I had to do was, at least through Apple, type in your name and it popped up.
right. And just to be on the real tip, like I'm in a doc program, so the small words always the ones that get me. So don't feel bad.
Yeah, I got stumped real quick. But nah, look, like I said, follow me everywhere. I'm on all social media. Everything's the same. J Money Hackett, one word. and you'll find me anywhere. Real simple.
Definitely. And if they ever want to, I'll say this: we said it before when we interviewed. I believe we interviewed you. Was it last year? Was it?
No, it was
January.
I want to say January.
Yeah, it was January of this year.
Yeah,
it just seems like forever.
Like like 10 years ago when it was 5 to 10 months ago.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Right.
Anything you got coming up, you want to be on, just let us know. We've got mad respect for you.
Right.
A shout
Absolutely.
out to Big Rube. There's so many. Trey Holiday. I know they're gonna hopefully to be on soon, but again, we definitely want to take the time to say thank you to you for taking time out to be interviewed by us
and hanging out. So, like I said, one more thing I wanted to ask you quick.
Yes.
The next, if anything, you mind if we post some of your stuff, information on our sites?
No doubt, absolutely. You guys 100% do your thing. Say it one more time.
You have a music video or anything like that coming?
We absolutely do have a couple of music videos coming, actually. A couple of them, actually. There's a lot up the sleeve for this video. I mean, for this project, we might have like a little Cinemax thing going right now. I can't really talk much about it right now, but we got a couple ideas going right now.
But whenever you release them or whenever you want to talk about it, let us know.
Know.
You again, I don't care.
Definitely.
Most definitely. And when we get off here, inbox me mailing information, you guys. I got 2 hard copies coming your way.
Okay, cool. Appreciate it. But like we always tell Billy, we'd rather purchase it. So
right.
Brothers, anything y'all do for us, we got you. We appreciate y'all. Much love, man.
Most definitely.
And one more time, just in case people don't know how to get in contact, let them know.
Once again, you can find me everywhere. One word, J Money Hackett, JAYMONEY HACKETT. That's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, everywhere. One word, J Money Hackett. Google it, you'll find it. I promise you.
That's what's up.
Even the way you just said the last name, you know what? I really see that as a song title. Like you need to the way you just spelled it, because I remember there was on it Big Daddy Kane.
After that inbox, you don't want everybody to know that.
No, but I'm saying, hold on. The way you did that, it was like the way you spelled it down like a word. And that's why I'm like, yo. So you need, jump on that.
I got you. Thank you.
All right, man. And
right.
Again, we want to give a thank you to you for taking the time out to be interviewed by us.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate it. And then, like I said before, he said before, if anything you got coming up, would like to be on, just let us know.
Yeah, and stay safe and keep, what is it, 8 feet?
I say 8 feet.
We everybody always say.
Exactly.
So. I feel you guys. Yep, y'all stay safe. Sorry, I was a little off this afternoon, but appreciate y'all.
All right. Appreciate you too.
Have a good one.
All right, thanks, guys.
Deuces.
Peace.